Hi all, good morning. This is Santosh here. Welcome to Explara Webinars.
Hi, I'm Trisha this side. Welcome to our next webinar. Before we proceed with the webinar, certain instructions for you. We will have a 30 minutes long webinar on how does Explara Event Management helps. As and when you have a query, you can just raise those queries using the Q&A option available on the panel. Now we'll proceed with the outlines of the webinar.
Great. So we are going to cover certain things such as what are the challenges the event management industry faces for many, many decades, and especially in the last couple of years. And what's the paradigm shift that has been happening and how a modern day event management platform should kind of behave and offer you solutions, and how Explara is driving that paradigm shift, and what you get out of a all-in-one event platform that you get everything out of the box. We're going to talk about it. We're going to pinpoint the challenges, and we're going to broaden the aspects of bringing the best value to your event. And as Trisha mentioned, the Q&A is continuously open. Please collect your thoughts, queries, and keep putting it out. We're going to answer those at the end of this webinar.
As Santosh mentioned, let me start with the challenges which you face during an event to manage the logistics more efficiently, like searching for a venue, supplier procurement, etc. Track all event details across internal and external resources. Quickly and easily create a duplicate registration page with options of payment, sessions, speakers, etc. Drive higher attendance, improving engagement, reporting, all of that is very important. Provided detailed analytics such as venue option, date, audience, reach, etc. that helps plan a successful event. Integrate with existing systems like marketing automation, CRM, etc. Managing and report on budgets and ROI.
That's right. So plenty of challenges, and these are the challenges which is ongoing and severe if you are looking out to do multiple events. You are hosting at least more than 2 or 3 events in a year. These challenges are going to take out a lot of your time, a lot of your effort, a lot of your money, and in fact, it could bloat your team if you don't bring a software or a tool or a platform that can let you do, operate peacefully, right? So in a way, people, you might have a fantastic team, but still things starts to break out. The execution doesn't happen nicely. Frustration starts to happen, and then you kind of like don't enjoy hosting a team, right? So those are the sort of top challenges. Then when you look at, right, when you look out for the advancement, the advancement of the event technology is mainly due to millennial generation, right? They are willing to spend, and the emergence of new technology. So it's a great time for the event industry, but do you have the right solutions to take it forward?
So one of the most important things which drives any event is technology. Going forward, event management is going to be one of the mammoth tasks, the task that goes beyond every single one. Some tries to sail through the dozen of applications like ticketing, another application for mobile, yet another for RSVP, bag design maker, and you end up spending time and integrate and have broken pieces. So what is the paradigm shift here? In the 2018, the paradigm shift in the event industry is primarily going to revolve around delivering versatile business events that engage attendees in multidisciplinary ways.
Right. So we're going to talk about those. We wanted to bring those couple of more challenges around it, right? So in terms of how a modern day event management platform should behave, right? What are mainly the criteria that you have, right? So such as, does it have the technology capability to take care of all your challenges that is there? Does it take care of your attendee engagement, that you kind of engaging the attendee through the life cycle of the event or even post event? Does it have the content empowerment? Because we are living in a world where the content is driving fantastic brand, fantastic engagement for your audience. Does your platform support those kind of content empowerment? And the last but not least is centralized control, right? In terms of you having a large scale team, admin, co-admin, multiple sponsors, partners, how do you bring them all in one place, right? So that's the kind of platform that you're looking out, which is going to help you to bring the entire thing in one place, right? Now, when we watch out for technology capability, right, when you look out for certain things, such as what's the technology capability that we are talking about? We are talking about that the platform must offer pre-event planning, executions to set the pace of the event, event day activities, if you're hosting event day, certain things, right? And to have a great event closure, you need to have data points and the kind of activity that was highly appreciated by your attendees and even your sponsors, your speakers, your volunteers, the complete stakeholders of an event, right? So the platforms are able to manage and offer you the entire suite to operate and give you a fantastic capability. And the platforms are able to adapt to mobile devices. We can no longer live in a world where we're going to run by computers, not talking to each other. The mobility is no longer there. So the mobile is a fantastic add-on to the technology world, whereby you can take the mobile, work with your sessions, within the engagements, and bring the fantastic engagement to your audience, right? And as a solution, you must look out for an interface which is very easy, navigable, and easy to use. It should be able to get you quickly whatever you want to do it, right? And there should be multiple team members who are able to access it, because you can no longer depend upon one team or one central kiosk kind of operations. The team should be mobile enough to move around, move across the venues, and then kind of interact to get the best value out of the event. And there should be a provision for inter-device interaction, such as if I'm holding a mobile and there is a delegate that is there on the kiosk, interacting with the comp, whether registration, whether there is a query, or whether you would like to do a feedback session kind of queries. It's multiple devices we are talking about. So the platform must have multiple devices that you can deploy and engage. And the most important part is, in the world that we are living in a fantastic, high-speed network and bandwidth, but it can happen that the network can die any day, right? So does your solution provider offer you something that works in offline that you can quite rely and say, everything goes wrong, I still can run it offline, right? And the tool must be able to give you a top level visibility and control of the entire operation. Who is doing what? Who is looking after the attendee engagement? Who is looking after the support? Who is looking after the report? Who is looking after the box office or at the venue booking? It should be able to give you the top level visibility across. And the most important part is it should be secure enough, right? It should be a fantastic platform that is highly designed with a fantastic architecture, foolproof, data-proof, and helps you to run 24/7 operation, right? So that's the technology capability that we are talking about. And let's bring you what you can do on the attendee engagement, because that is another bigger pillar in the modern day event management platform.
So when we talk about attendee engagement, we should be able to customize structured content of our event messaging. So you have event landing page, you should be able to have all the content at one place. Your speaker information, your sessions, your sponsors. Sponsor visibility is also one of the very important things when it comes to attendee engagement. You also want to collect feedback, opinions of the user by conducting polls, post the event or during the event based on various sessions or the exhibitors you have. You should also have an option to review event sessions, speakers. People should be able to comment about all of that. To do that, then we also have, you should also be able to have in-platform channels to communicate with other stakeholders, such as individual speakers. Attendees should be able to communicate with other people, speaker-attendee communication. All of that should be there. Then another important factor is platform should be able to integrate with social media platforms so that user can do social sharings of event-related activities. So this is how your attendee engagement works. These are some of the features you should be looking at when you're going for a technology or a product to do your event.
And just to bring those points that Lisa was talking about, when you're talking about social media streaming today, the way you put it to Facebook Live, you can always stream them. You will allow your attendees to kind of tweet or update the social media real time. So that's bringing more engagement to your events. Maybe there are participants who are not able to participate because of time constraint or location constraint. Now those content that is getting broadcasted because your attendees are getting good value out of your platform means somebody who missed it out is definitely looking forward to be part of your next conference or event that you're putting forward, right? Attendee engagement is one of the most important thing. It's not about 80% registration done or 80% tickets sold out. I think I would be recommending all the event professionals and event hosts out there that attendee engagement should be one of your fantastic pillars that you should build from every event to event, and that definitely builds out a fantastic event brand that you can be proud of. Right. The third one is content empowerment, and as I was just mentioning in my first talk, that it's about content. We all go to event because we are looking forward to network, yes, definitely, but to quickly meet with fellow colleagues and professionals to understand how they do putting on an event or a conference around SaaS, or around blockchain, biotech, anything. It's all about content. Now, one is happening between the event organizers and the users. Walking in, I take in, if there is something that I'm looking forward to get support, do I get it? How soon I get it? Can I text it on my mobile to send out a volunteer in the team saying, hey guys, I'm not getting a parking here, okay, can you help me? Anything that I want to reach out, right? So that's one part of the content, because you are still building out something, and that's going to give you a testimonial, that's going to give you a fantastic customer feedback. So don't think this is not a content. In my mind, it's a fantastic content to build a good relationship with your participants. And later on, allowing them to video images upload. So whether you are a speaker and you wanted to speak and you have a video ready that can be broadcasted before your session starts, yes, you should be looking for those content empowerment, because if you're hosting a conference where you have 6 to 7 sessions going on, why should I look forward to the session number 6? It is some speaker who is going to talk on a fantastic content, or I relate to that, or I'm looking forward to that. I think pre-session images, slides, videos, or documented in PDF formats, and all are a fantastic way to empower your contents and your audience. Similarly, your users and speakers should be able to update the photo. Everybody wants to get into a world where they can see and relate to each other. Maybe after the event, I would like to meet the speaker, so I should know how he or she looks like. And similarly, the other fellow attendees, so that we can network better. Right. So the content is a subject of, you can use in various forms and factors, and bring that empowerment across your event, and provide a geolocation, options mapping. So if you're, putting up an event in multiple venues and multiple locations within the conference space, do give them a space layout, so that the entire event organizers and everybody else knows where is it located. Is it located in the hall number 1, hall number 2, conference, on south side and on the east? Where is it, right? So it's a fantastic way to engage that entire information within one place there. Right. So the other one is how important is decentralized control. So
whenever you do an event, you have various people who are taking care of different aspects. You have a finance team, you have volunteers group, you have a marketing team, you have various levels of people who are taking different aspects of an event. So how can the platform help you with that? The platform should have a centralized dashboard to micromanage all the activities and stats. It should also provide for the objective analytics of the statistical availables. The statistics should include analytics on the user experience, how many people actually came for the event, from the number of people who have registered, how many people were interacting with other people, the people went on which are links, what are the questions they asked. So these are few of the stats you want to know as an organizer. Then there should be a sound decision making support through analytics. So you should be able to make decisions with the kind of data you have. Again, another very important thing is to download these reports, because without a downloadable option, how will you be able to manage your upcoming event, or how you want to re-engage, make decisions, or how you want to re-engage the people who have actually visited your event. So this is how you can centralize the control with help of a technology platform.
And if you're talking about a conference where you have 1,000 or 2,000 people coming in, I'm sure you would have tens and dozens of volunteers, speakers, and sponsors and your associates, right? Unless you have a centralized control of figuring out who is looking after whom, and you have either a mobile devices where you can create a mini groups of all the volunteers, bring together all the conference stakeholders, in another group. You do not have the information about what's happening if there is a quick decision to be made. And let's say there are practical examples that we have seen is that when you're putting a conference and your session is about to start and the attendees are not hey, we have just 1,000 people in the room, in the conference hall. Can we rechange the plan? The schedules are changing the plan and quickly update the dashboards or the sessions or the calendars and even the group messaging to say all of us, admin, co-admins, and the team knows the current status of the conference that's happening. So centralized control is a fantastic one strong piece that lets you to bring the entire organization or the entire hosting team to operate your conference in a smooth way. Right? Now, if you look at the way we are talking about, we mentioned about there is a paradigm shift that has been happening for many years, but in 2018, it definitely the world started looking event as just not one piece, but an integrated piece, right? So we kind of Explara proud to say that we are driving the paradigm shift in the event industry. We are one organized place for pre-event, event day, post-event, and any add-ons integration that you're looking out to put your event in the best form, right? All done for you just with single platform.
So when we talk about all-in-one platform, the pre-event, event day, post-event engagement. So when I talk about pre-event, you need an event registration software for people to come see the details of the event, like the speakers, sponsors, all of that, and then they want to see the various level of registration, this register for the event, and they make a payment. So this is about the pre-event. You also need a website builder for that. You also need an event management software, event marketing software, so that you can communicate on the various levels of who are the speakers, who are the sponsors coming for your event, what are the various sessions. So this is about the pre-event. Then I'll come to the event day. On the event day, people are coming and walking to the event venue. You want to know who are the people who actually registered. You want to check them in, issue them a badge on spot. You also want people to rest on spot if somebody is walking in. You can also have a event day networking app. This will help you engage your attendees, your speakers, with help of sessions, exhibitors, Q&A, push notifications. So these are some of the activities you can do. You can also have some gamification. You can give out points saying that if you attend so-and-so session, you'll get a goodie bag, etc. Then
or a free Uber ride.
Or maybe a free Uber ride or Ola ride, or maybe any other thing which you think can be relevant for your delegates to re-engage. Yeah. Another important thing is the post-event. So once the event is over, you want to collect the feedback so that you can improve your upcoming events. Then the people who have come and attended your event, you want to store all that database at one place. So for that, we have a contact manager tool available. Then the people who have registered for the event, you want to issue them invoices, a tax invoice. So you can do that as well. And then again, we have our APIs to pull all the data to the various applications available in the market so that you can slice and dice and work on it. Then we have some additional features as well. One of them is group and membership management. So you can start an association and start a group
or a micro format group that you can pull out all your audience and saying, okay, it was a fantastic conference. How about we're doing micro events or micro community related things. So if you come to, let's say if you're hosting a large scale conference in one of the city and you found out that many people came from many cities, and you could definitely launch small scale, small group or meet kind of membership kind of formats, you can do that. Or if you would like to be putting up a large-scale association kind of network where thousands of people can apply or become member, so you can transform your events audience to become members and then engage them over the timeline. And similarly, as Trisha was mentioning, if you have add-on requirement, for example, for a lot of TEDx, TED events, large-scale IEEE conferences, and where we need people to submit papers, so there is a selection committee which does review papers or talks. For example, HasGig does a lot of conferences where people have to apply and then they are selected to come and talk. So whether it's a paper submission or a talk or a TEDx kind of places where you have to submit what you're going to talk about it, and there is a committee which is going to select your submission process, right? So you don't need an Excel spreadsheet, an email, and the confusion, and no democratic view to saying why speaker A was selected, right? So we have submits, which is a paper or talk or an award submission kind of workflow that is built in already for you, used by many customers. If you're looking for a mobile app builder, which is a fantastic, we have a native iOS and Android mobile app builder that already works with Explara SDKs, right? So whether you were looking out for all your event to be listed in your own app, or you wanted a mobile app only for a conference, we have the solution ready, drag and drop, and get it up and running within native versions. The mobile web versions are pretty soon coming in. We're launching that part again. And if you needed the entire platform, because as we mentioned about when you're putting the large scale conferences, it's your brand, it's your data, it's your lifeline. Explara is just a solution provider. So if you're looking out for a solution platform that gives you white label, where you call it the way you want to call it, and as part of your company, you can white label it. And beyond that, if you wanted to customer workflow, we will talk about some of them in the upcoming slides. So that brings you all in one Explara platform. It's beyond ticketing. The world has moved on. When we started way back in 2008, it was all about event registration ticketing. But in 2018 or in 2028, the world is going to be much smarter, automated, integrated. So this is right paradigm shift that Explara has already put it forward for you, just as all in one done for you in one platform. Right now, there are benefits. Definitely, I'm going to drive some part of this content. There are definitely huge benefits in terms of all-in-one platform, right? So one is integrations. You can get fantastic automations done for you, lower, TCOs, total cost of ownerships, and data intelligence, right? So these are the 4 buckets that you get out of the box when you talk about an integrated event management platform, right? Such as when you're looking at integrations, a lot of times when we host conferences, it is all about CRM. We are hosting events where prospective customers are coming in, and we will like that to be pushed into CRM. Could be a Microsoft Dynamics, could be a Freshsales, could be a Joe CRM, could be Salesforce, could be Infusion. So you name those CRMs, all integration is ready for you. It's ready that you can just get it out and bring all your attendees as your lead or qualification process that you have in your sales process. If you have been hosting events, your marketing team is going to look forward for a tool which is naturally integrated with your website. If it's WordPress built, we have plugins for you. If you have widgets you want to take it, so that can list all your events in your website, done for you. So that way you can run it as a machine and you don't have to spend time figuring it out or reconfiguring time to time. And if you're looking out for business software integrations, whether you want to do this after the event is done or add this to Tally or put this back to Xero or any other QuickBooks, we have all integrations possible with the business API that Explara offers out of the platform. And in terms of automations, we will go deeper. For example, before event software or many customers who migrated to Explara, before that they would be using manual registrations, manual cancellation, manual team management, Excel data sets management, communications. So that world is gone all the way. In the automations, you just get up and running with one Explara and everything is taken care of. Automatic email confirmations, cancellation processes, support tickets, your data management, and many other parts, right? That's what you're getting out of that. Resources management, when you have a lot of data that you have been producing over the years and you have a lot of stakeholders involved, this entire data is managed for you and the system already takes care of it, at the system level. And in terms of event marketing, it's fantastic because event is one of the best BTL form of marketing, and hence event is a natural form of generating good word of mouth, social contents, influential contents, and long format content that you can create out of it, and use all your marketing channels to popularize and populate your event marketing aspects. In terms of event workflows, we're going to show you a couple of examples. If you have workflows where you're saying, I would like to do this, after this, please do 3 other things, the workflows can be designed using APIs, or there are already built-in workflows that you can use within Explara. This too means that you are getting the third benefit that you should always look out for an all-in-one modern event management platform is it reducing my cost? Because everything is within one platform. Definitely, you don't have to. Your team doesn't have to learn 5 different tools from 5 different vendors. You don't have to pay 5 different subscriptions, to different vendors at once. Again, it's all on Explara. Fastest learning curve when you're dealing with one team that gives you a survey, gives you a name base, gives you a conference registration solutions, gives you a payment gateway that is integrated, gives you a form builder that is already there, gives you a website integration API. So it's just your learning curve is much simpler, and your team learns to deal with one company much easier. And with that, whether you're hosting a 50 people RSVP or a customer meet, to a large-scale 2,000 people large-scale conference, you can easily do that using Explara, and hence your integration cost, as I mentioned, because you're bringing all the tools right there within Explara, the integration cost is absolutely less. Otherwise, you have to manage the integration cost by engaging third-party software development companies or software development service providers to manage those integrations and those versioning and issues like that. The fourth is the most important thing that we believe the world is going to differentiate between best event organizers and versus average event organizers, I would say. Data. How much intelligence you have gathered from your own event. You have reference data available from your past events, your post-event follow-ups that you can do, right? Because you can say, okay, these are the people who have been coming to my events regularly. Can I engage them by sending special gifts?
Or maybe a survey form to collect their feedback.
To collect feedback, right? Or even to strategize, saying, can we do event for a specific set of people? If you have a large-scale conference where you're talking about certain set of people, IoTs, or certain domains coming out, you can then launch domain-specific conferences because you have built fantastic data insights from the all-in-one platform. So in a simplified way, bigger data analysis. Right? So that's the 4 major benefits you get out of the platform. And if we go a little deeper into each of them, there are integration tools available within Explara for various things.
So we have thousands of ready-to-use business applications. Like we have Zapier integration already in place. You can just move the data from Explara to MailChimp, to Trello board, to your Google Sheets, to your Facebook. You can also move the data from Explara to Zoho or any other CRM which you're using. Then we also have we also give you an option. Yeah, we give you an option
to bring your own any other integration
point as we have open APIs available for you. We also give you an integration to integrate your event landing pages with your WordPress. So we have WordPress plugins available for you, so that you can, with the click of a button, your event is already there on your website.
Fantastic. That's a great one. So, for example, WordPress is the most used application on the web. And if you are looking out for designing your event landing pages very beautifully and slice and dice, we have plugins. We have 3 plugins on WordPress plugins. We have plugins which is simple, easy to use. Within 10 minutes, you can bring Explara event listing, event integrations, flow integration within WordPress. That means you can continuously use WordPress new pages and using your Explara account, which is source of right on your WordPress. So this is a this is the world that you are going to look forward. There's a lot more creativity is going to go on the integration piece, but this is a fantastic one where I'm sure you didn't know that thousands of business applications is ready to be integrated with with Explara, right? So as I talked about automation, I touched this those couple of points. The advent of automations, registration is no longer manual. You have software to look after them. Bring your diet, after them, setting email reminder for the people to come and register, or after the register post-event, send out a notification to them saying when the event is scheduled to go live. Bring a tool which gives them information about the schedule, speakers, attendees, social medias, all the contents that you have already pre-populated for the pre-event or post-populated after the event. If you would like to share all the slides, all that was the knowledge base was generated in your event or conference, you can put them there for the for the users. So that automation is already there. Resource management, yeah, when you're looking at a tool like all-in-one, you have event automations already taking care of who is doing what. I'm looking after reporting, you look after support, you look after the cancellation process. So it's a simplified process, because at the end of the day, your attendee is going to be hugely impressed by how efficiently you're managing the conferences. And behind the scene, it might be the Explara team that is helping you to do it better. But the tool does that for you already and offers all that power that we offer you. The tool already does that, to do DIY, do it yourself. And third, last but not the least, is that the event marketing, as I talked about, is already a fantastic form from the event, because you can do all your website, social media, SEO, you can do webinars from your event, post webinars, you can do you can build an entire suite around the event marketing to reach larger audience. And those information that you generated could go back to your registration page, or could go back to your on the day of the event. If you have a nice schedule page, or on the post event, you can put them into the page for it to remain, so that it is a referenceable, and your audience starts to like the kind of content that you produce. So that's a fantastic automation right there, done it for you already. And Trisha talked about data intelligence to bring back those sort of data from the registration and all that.
Data intelligence is another very important factor when you conduct an event. You want to know who are the people who have registered for the event, if the event attendee count, how many people actually turned up for the event from the people who have actually, how many have registered. Booth visits, so we'll have various exhibitors showcasing how many people actually visited those booths and how many got engaged with that. Appointments and meeting, attendees should be able to set meetings with each other or even with the speaker, so that they can learn more out of the event. Session registration, the various sessions which you have for the event, people should be able to register for those sessions. They can have Q&A, you can have surveys so that you can re-engage them. As I said, session registration also helps you with session attendance. You'll have an idea about how many people had a no-show, or they have something else to tell you about it. So this helps you gauge success by examining things like engagement, attendance, feedbacks. It also helps you figure out the areas where you need to improvise, run more efficiently, and personalize marketing campaign. So data intelligence is one of the very important factors when you're conducting an event.
And we just touched some of the points. You can slice and dice the data. If you have all the data points are already available for you, Explara or the CSV format or the natural formats. So if you are using BI tools or Tableau or Google Data Studio, you can, and if you already have a data team, they can pull out this data, put it into Google Data Studio and slice and dice the data and see in the way you would like to visualize or make sense from the data that you gather out of the entire content, right? So in a simplified way, we are talking about Explara, higher productivity. Definitely, you talked about all the areas that Explara touches, or a modern day event management platform should do, and Explara driving that paradigm shift does that for you already. And hence, if you talk about ROI, it's a fantastic ROI that you get out of the box, because it helps you to reduce your cost, automates things, integrate business applications, integrate ones, and enjoy your entire event calendar using one Explara platform. So that's pretty much what we wanted to talk about. I hope you like this power-packed session of informations and insights. The Q&A has been open from the beginning. Please feel free to ask us questions or areas that you think you need a little more information, and we will go to those ones.
So you can just keep posting your questions in the QA option, which is available in the panel.
So we'll wait out, for a couple of minutes to let people ask questions. We are around. Feel free to put your queries. We will answer them right here. Do you have any questions on the Facebook live stream? Does that work? So we're just checking out our Facebook stream to see whether some questions are there, and we're going to answer that too. The stream is still on, so we looking out for the Q&A questions or anything.
I think so. There's one question there.
Chart. Yeah. Do you have a chat bot that I can put it on my event landing page? Yeah, so we would be soon introducing that. So the chatbot could be, so as of today, we have chat allowed if you are going to be using to communicate with your attendees. But if you are letting, so attendees post registration, but if you are looking out for a chatbot that you can switch on your event page, that anybody who is visiting that event page can reach out to you, we would be soon integrating that with fresh chats and intercoms and Joe chats and things like that. So that way you can reach out to your visitors on your event page, directly them, and answer the queries directly one-to-one. It's going to be available sooner. So we have another question saying, is there an option to create an event by just uploading the content in predefined format or so? Not at the moment, but you can do that using the APIs. So the API is a very simple JSON format. And if you have all your data, so the answer could be yes. If you are looking out for a JSON format, whereby you can give your event title and those metadata, 6 to 7 metadata, and you can create an event on the fly or using some sort of programming tools to create the event in Explara from your application. So that's the question, that's the answer for Vijay. Do you have a website builder? Yes, we have a website builder which is drag and drop. We have already several themes there, so you can put your own brands, own colors, themes. You can integrate modules, whether you want to show a speaker module, session, whether you want to show video galleries and schedule your agenda. That entire website builder is there. We would be because the base format is ready. We'll be doing dozens of themes. We have already a couple of themes. We'll be building more themes as we go on. So the short answer is yes. The longer answer is that it will be more and more themes are going to be coming for the. Keep asking us queries. This is a fantastic time to know everything about what you can get the best out of Explara. Can I map my own domain with Explara solution? Yes, please look at hub.i.org, look at for hub.hellomates.com, or look at for hub.sna.org.sg. So these are the couple of customer names, but Explara is the only platform in the world that offers you mapping your own domain to manage the entire event and membership and dozens of applications that we talked about all in one in your own domain. It is doable, and we've been serving large-scale enterprise customers who have mapped their own domain to offer their own URL with their own domains to their events, and also kind of map their own email IDs and include their gateways and things like that. If I can ask, is it possible for you to, the way forward or roadmap? Because interested to see how it's going to evolve in AI and not run. So I think, Vijay, that's a query from you. Definitely the road forward is, as we talked about, all-in-one integrations. Now that the customers are able to host everything all-in-one in Explara, so we are going to be, putting all your data into right usage by bringing out at least data intensity to start with. AI is an element that we can plug and play, right? So we intend that we're going to be looking at the the platform in two ways. One, our own research into AI, and second is piggyback on Azure and Google and other sort of platforms, AI engines to plug data and bring out fantastic insights for you that you can use. IoT front is much easily doable because we already have API endpoints, and the system is already talking multiple devices and things like that. So IoT is a simple, easy way that we would definitely extend. And even in fact, the world is going to be operating that way. So I walk in, if I have an Apple device or or a Fitbit, I would be checked in. So that's the world that we are all heading to. And I think we are already, because of API-driven platform, we already have frameworks in place to bring that into context. We would be bringing that context. I think to quickly answer you, somewhere in 2019, you would see some of these in Explara. Thanks, Vijay. Any questions, guys? Get it on. Looks like this is our longest webinar that we have been hosting. So happy to see the questions. Please keep putting those queries. Any specific areas, any specific ideas or insight that you want us to hear you, or you think there are queries that is not clear during the presentation, please feel free to ask us. Should we conclude now? Okay, so looks like, so these are the queries that we got it out here. Thank you very much for joining this webinar, and this webinar will be recorded and posted on explara.com/resources/webinars, where we put all our recorded webinars of the past. This will be put into within a week time. We also have newsletters or lists that you can subscribe there for our future webinars. We already have another webinar coming in the mid of January, and after that we are redesigning the webinars to include a lot more exciting format that's going to come in beyond the January 2019, but please feel free to register there. And any other queries, any other suggestions, please feel free to write to us either at info@explara.com or put it on our Facebook page at Explara or Twitter page at Explara, or even in LinkedIn. You could follow us. We share a lot of good contents and resources that is useful for you to think creatively and strategically for your events and conferences to stay ahead in the game. Thank you very much for joining our webinar.
Thank you everyone for joining the webinar. Have a great day.
Have a great day. Thank you so much.